I've been hoping to be ever heard of. It's much better facing these kinds of things. Hello, welcome back. Welcome to my channel. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, sorry. I'm finally feeling better after a week of having the flu. I had the flu for the last like 9 days. And we just went and picked up Edley's Barbecue. If you ever come to Nashville, get yourself the smoked wings from Edley's Barbecue and get the buffalo wings. They're super good. And the Super Bowl is on and we don't have live TV, so I am trying to see if I can sign up for YouTube TV for free. Anyway, so we picked up wings, but then I'm also gonna make buffalo chicken dip. Yes, we're late. We're late to the cooking game, but you know what? I just started watching The Vampire Diaries for the first time ever, and I was addicted. I think I'm almost done with season 1. I'm at the point where like Catherine sent Mason, the werewolf guy, and then Damon, the brother, killed him, and then now Jeremy's kind of being a little bit more involved in stuff, and then Bonnie is like not wanting to be friends with Caroline. I'm gonna remember people's names. Caroline's a vampire now because Catherine killed her. And then the episode that I ended on before, like I got up and had to go pick up my order, was the one where they thought they were like a step ahead of Catherine. And Catherine was like looking for this like moonstone thing, still unsure why she wants it. It breaks curses, does all this stuff. All to say that she knew all along that they were like trying to mess with her plan. Dang, okay. YouTube TV has been purchased, but I'm going to write down on Tuesday to cancel it because it is a lot of money. It is $85 for YouTube TV. We got lots of cooking to do. So I'm making pigs in a blanket, aka little mini hot dogs with the crescent roll wrapped around it. And then I'm also making buffalo chicken dip from scratch because that's just my signature dish. But I need to boil the chicken. Boil the chicken. Oh, I don't think that worked out for you. How you planned. I'm gonna put this on the eye. I don't know how dog hair gets on top of here, but it does. I'm gonna need this water to boil. So I'm gonna put that on high because I gotta boil the chicken. And once I'm able to boil the chicken, then I can add it into the whole concoction. But for now, while we wait, I gotta take the, oh my gosh, it is stuck and melted. Y'all, I cut my finger last week and it doesn't look as bad as it was, but I cut it on the mandolin. I'm putting it in a plate. Yes, you see this juicy wing right now? Whatever this red sauce is, that's so good. Oh my God, it's so good. South, okay. The hot sauce is triggering my cough. Hold on, guys. Okay, y'all. I'm gonna let the water boil. The hot sauce is triggering my cough that I've had like right here in my throat. So give me a second. All right, had a little bit of wings. And now to get this chicken boiled for the buffalo chicken dip that we'll probably be eating for the next week. There goes one. There goes two. I'm not really watching the game, I'm just watching the commercials and waiting for halftime. Bam! Got her in there. Okay, so now we're gonna set the timer and we're just gonna let this chicken boil because we wanna be able to like shred it apart into little bitty bitty tiny pieces to make my homemade buffalo chicken dip. Halftime show has made it and we got 9 minutes left for the chicken to be done boiling. A left stroke just went viral. Kendrick ate, left no crumbs. Of course, in the family group chat, we're all talking about it, all the cousins. And one of my titis is like, I can't hear what he's saying. And My other titi. I don't understand him. What did he mean? But the chicken is finally done. Halftime show is over. They not like us. They not like us. Let's get a piece of chicken out from here just to see if it's ready. That one looks like it needs more time. Also, the only carbonated drink I will drink, because it is nothing but carbonated water, grapefruit juice, orange juice, lemon juice, and hibiscus for color, is Spindrift. There we go. Ooh, love the grapefruit. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. Now I'm gonna have that song stuck in my head. So I'm shredding the chicken now. I'm gonna let the other pieces of chicken, I'm just so like weird with chicken, to be honest. I'm gonna let the other pieces of chicken at least like boil for another 15 minutes. Well, let's start on the pigs in a blanket. Well, I keep hitting my tooth. They not like us. They not like us. I've got the little smokies, and I've got the ready to bake crescent rolls. Okay, so I think I'm gonna like cut them in half so that way it's not too much. And all of these little things, I could probably do 3 in one. Whoa, whoa, so cute. All right, so far we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Good news to share with you guys. This past week when I was sick, got a call from a recruiter for a project coordinator job, and it is not in tech. It's like working for a really big company. It's not Amazon, but they like do kind of what Amazon does. Like, you know how Amazon has like distribution, all that stuff? Well, their biggest client is Walmart, and so I would be handling that like client, and so I would have to move to Minneapolis. The pay is $30,000 to $50,000 more a year than what I make, and about, I think it's like 4 times a year or more, I would have to fly to Houston to like the main office and do like all of like the corporate stuff with them. I have my 3rd interview with them on Tuesday. They really, really like me so far. They found my resume on Indeed, and it is a big company. I did my research. It's not like a scammer or anything, and I'm not sure yet because I got my degree in cybersecurity and software engineering, and I'm just like a little scared that if I take on like a project coordinator job in like such a different field, that it's gonna be really hard to get back into technology. So I don't know. I know that I don't want to be here in Nashville, but it's so hard. And then I spoke with a visa specialist about like moving to Spain, and I have been applying to a bunch of like remote companies. There's honestly not a lot of like worldwide remote companies, and that kind of makes it hard because the easiest country to technically move to is Spain, and you have to, for a digital nomad visa, have to minimally make $32,000 a year. And if you're self-employed, you have to like show that you've been self-employed for a year. So it's not like if I blew up on YouTube tomorrow, I could move. Like, I have to show proof of income from YouTube for an entire year, and then it's $12,000 to $15,000, not including flying and bringing my pets. So I was a little bit discouraged, but also happy that I finally just kind of like did the thing. So I'm like, do I do this job in the meantime, because it's such a pay raise and it gets me out of Nashville and it kind of brings different opportunities, and then I can pursue YouTube still while I'm doing that full time for a year, and then move to Europe and live my European girl dream? I don't know. What would you do if that was the case for you? It's nowhere near my family. I don't live anywhere near my family now, but my family's so spread out between Florida, New York, Boston, Georgia. Like, my mom's family really has moved everywhere. From Puerto Rico, St. Croix, like everybody's just kind of like spread out on the East Coast. I'm the only one that lived on the West Coast for 8 or so years, so in San Diego, or 6 years. So like that's definitely the hard part, is like, what do you do? What would you do? I don't know. Do I just wait for more like opportunities to come up and like see, because I still have 44 days until my lease is up? And do I keep holding out until then? Do I stay at my current job? Like, what if I don't end up liking that job? I don't know, because it's not like my dream job scenario, but it does get me out of Nashville. Like, of course I want to move back to San Diego, but I've been applying to jobs for a long time, since August, maybe even July of last year. And now we're in February, and this is the like first job that's called me that's not like a huge pay cut, because it's not like any other of those jobs that have called me back were like remote or anything. Like, I'd take a pay cut if I was 100% remote, but I'm not going to take a pay cut to go somewhere else and be hybrid. That's already what I do now. Every remote job that I've applied to, like I've applied to government contracting, even to get like to be able to move abroad. I've applied to a ton of government contracting jobs, and I've just only gotten no as a prior service member who has like a 10-point preference. And I've been doing that since maybe April of last year, applying to government contracting jobs. So definitely stinks, because it's just like one of those things where like I'm trying to sit in the blessing of like I do have a good paying job here in Nashville, but also like I'm not happy here because I don't feel safe here. Every other day there's a shooting on the corner, robberies, whatever. I just don't feel safe here, like as a girl. So it's definitely hard, because I feel like living here has really amplified and changed my anxiety in so many different ways, to the point where, like, as you know, I don't drive anymore. Just a lot to think about, because it's like another new city. Like, I love traveling there. It's actually so fun there, and it's really clean. It's not the beach like San Diego. It's definitely San Diego prices, but with almost $30,000 to $50,000 more a year, like I can afford that. Like, that's the kind of money I would hope to be offered for a job in San Diego. But again, I'm not getting calls back, so that's definitely the hard part of it, is like, do I keep waiting? I've already been waiting a long time. Tell me what you would do in the comments, or you can DM me on Instagram and we can chit chat there. I just feel lost on what to do. Still haven't received official offer, but the way that they're talking, they're moving so much faster than like I had expected. Like, I did my first interview and I was like, okay, like what's the process? Like, will I be hearing back to you? And they're like, oh yeah, it's probably like a 3-4 week process. And like, that was the recruiter. And then the next day the recruiter called me back and she was like, I had such a phenomenal interview with you, and I told one of the VPs that, who would be over you, and like, he's already ready to meet. And she had even said when she first interviewed me too, like the first interview, because I did 2 interviews with the recruiter. Remember, she found me on my resume on Indeed. She was like, I showed your resume to the hiring manager before I gave you a call, and I just want to let you know, like, they're extremely interested in you. And I was like, oh, okay. And then like, I had a good interview with her twice. It just kind of surprised me, because she was like, yeah, I'll probably, like, I was like, okay, like, the process is going to be like 3-4 weeks, then they make an offer. And then she's like, yeah, I'll probably call you sometime like late next week. And I was like, oh, okay, you know, preparing myself for that. And so I'm thinking like, okay, she's not going to call me back till next week, right? She calls me Friday, and that's when she was like, the hiring manager and the VP, like, they heard that I had such a phenomenal interview with you, that like they want you to be interviewing with the VP like by Tuesday. So Tuesday I have my next interview, and then I have an interview with more VPs. And I'm just like, blown away of how fast this all kind of like turned out, especially because, again, like I said, like it's so discouraging when you have so many other positions that like just kind of make you feel like crap. Like, what did I get this degree for? Like, why did I even bother? Especially because I moved from a cybersecurity role that I was in into a product management role in technology because I just had such a toxic department of people just constantly fighting, and it was just not a place that I wanted to be in. I loved the work that I did, but it was just so toxic. Like, even management would get into screaming matches with my colleagues, and then they would put me in the middle of all of it, my manager and my colleagues. And it just made it really, really stressful to like go to work and be in that environment. And then I moved to a different department hoping for something different. I just feel unfulfilled, and I know that like you're not supposed to seek like your purpose and your fulfillment in your work, but I just feel that if I'm working in healthcare, I want to work towards like the betterment of human life, and the projects I work on aren't doing that. And I feel like that for me just doesn't feel good. When I'm working towards making the company richer and taking from the patients, literally, like that's the projects that I do to make sure that they get their money, knowing that like my skills and attributes could be used in another healthcare setting that is for the betterment. Like, why am I using AI to get more money out of you, more money out of myself, more money out of sick people, when maybe I could be using AI to discover ways to cure your chronic illness? And I think that doesn't sit right with me. Okay, the little hot doggy things went in there, pigs in a blanket. And now I'm gonna do 20 minutes, see what happens. And then now let's make the buffalo chicken dip. Something is stinky in this fridge. Alrighty, so for the buffalo chicken dip, you're gonna need blue cheese crumbles. You're gonna need a third cube, is this what it is? Or stick of cream cheese, not a third of it, but the third less fat. Then you're gonna need a bottle of the Frank's Red Hot Wings buffalo sauce. And then you're gonna need a bottle of the Ken's Light Buttermilk Ranch. And then honestly, this will last us an entire week. So I don't have like a big saucepan anymore. So I'm just gonna use a pot, and you're just gonna literally put all of these ingredients into the pot. Usually you can just use a crock pot, but I didn't start cooking earlier, so we're gonna be having dip at probably 8:30 because it's 8:12, because I'm the queen of starting things at 8 o'clock at night. As you can see, half of these videos start at 9 p.m. The block of the cream cheese in there. I do everything by eye because I've made this so many times, but the whole bottle of Frank's goes in there. The only thing that the whole bottle doesn't go is this ranch. Squeeze about like 3/4 of it in there. And then I've got 2 pounds of chicken, but who knows if that's like actually true, but it's 4 breasts. And then I'm gonna put all of those in there. And now I'm just shredding up the rest of this chicken that I let keep cooking. Hopefully that chicken is good. Before I add in this last one, I'm gonna just mix all the ingredients and get it on the eye first, because I think I have quite a bit of chicken in here. I just burnt my finger. I should have known better. Ow. All right, this is done. Mama know how to cool. I'll show you, because you've been watching me cook now. And let's see if the, ooh, them pigs in a blanket look done. Sorry, I'm being obnoxious today, and I apologize. It's me coming off of literally sleeping and being on bed rest with this flu for the last week, where I've had zero energy. When I say body aches, chills, like I couldn't get out of bed. I couldn't even get out of bed. There's one night where I think I took too much cold medicine that it felt like my body was trying to crawl out of my own skin, and that was Thursday night, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I haven't taken any since because it was bad. It was bad. I don't take medicine like that. Like, I literally won't even take an ibuprofen, and cough medicine had me feeling. All right, this buffalo chicken dip is done, and look at that, we have 2 bowls left. That's the way I like it. That's the way and let me give it a try. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. You gotta make this yourself at home. It'll be a showstopper. I can eat a whole thing of this. The pigs in the blanket are done. Okay, bestie, let me finish watching the game and then we'll come back. The Eagles have won, and that's the one time I've watched football all year. And now I am putting away the buffalo chicken dip, the pigs in a blanket. I just brought some to my friend Daisy next door. Brought her some food for her and her son. I'm glad that I saved one regular shredded chicken because I got a bag of Caesar salad in the fridge. I'm losing my voice. I got a bag of Caesar salad in the fridge. You know, tomorrow I'm gonna have a chicken Caesar salad. By the end of the day, I have such a bad headache from coughing all day. We got a fridge full of cooked food. Still need to wash my face and get ready for bed so I can get up at a decent time because I have work tomorrow. But I did want to show you the book that I finished while I was sick this week. Not the book that I finished, but the book that I actually read and finished. And it is The Bridge Kingdom. I've had this on my TBR for over a year. I don't know why I waited so long to read this book. It was so good, but towards the end, I my skin was crawling because of, I won't spoil it, but I will just say my skin was crawling at the ending, like I was screaming. I kind of started the second book, but I had to take a break for a second because I was just still so in shock from the ending of this one. And what I love is that it's a lot different than the typical fantasy landscape where it's like a jungle type a jungle type kingdom, and not like the typical spring, summer, day, night, dawn, hell, heaven, just jungle, ocean. I love stuff with oceans. I'm a water baby. Right now, I am reading Ultra 85, which is a book set in the far future as two friends investigate whether the utopian planet Paradise lives up to its name. And so it says, in the year 2115, when Earth is no longer inhabitable, the remainder of humanity lives in Babel, a giant space station. Two pilots, Quentin and Kai, must find the planet Paradise, where only the most promising citizens are allowed to live.